We locked in.
Hey, mate.
We locked in, but I'm a bit flat.
Why are you flat?
The Boners lost by 50 points.
Oh.
We were in the thick of it until probably halfway through the third quarter. So I'm wearing my North shirt. I don't know, and this is going to be bad. I don't know where I got this. So
Whoever made that, shout out. So that's a nice shirt.
It's Paul Curtis, it's Jai Simkin, it's Harry Sheasel, it's LDU, and it's George Wardlaw. Kanga TV shared it, and I just went on there and I was like, I have to buy this. But it wasn't someone. Anyway, I'm wearing it in solidarity with the boys. The centenary chat. So that Dennis Pagan addressed everyone.
Yep.
Which I thought was weird. Like, Dennis, you've been out of the game for a while, and you've got a mic talking in the huddle to a group before. Like, it obviously worked for the first half, but I didn't know what that was all about.
You didn't like that?
I didn't really love it. No, I didn't love it.
You don't think that's getting the boys up and about?
I think it's just a bit of hoo-ha that they didn't need. I think they needed to be under there doing their normal prep.
Yeah.
I'm sure that could have happened underground. They didn't need to be televised. And anyway, that's my point. That's my thinking. But look, the response from the get-go was exceptional. Like, the boys were up. Nick Larkey kicked 5 in the first half, was flying.
Yeah.
We were, like, LDU getting knocked out and subbed out hurt because he's going to miss a couple of weeks now. Like, that's disappointing. But I thought
Zerha was on.
Zoo kicked that sausage in the second. I thought we were going to go into halftime at least close and then up. But they kicked 2 late ones. Like, Will Dawson had this perfect, nudge in a beautiful spot. Sam Darcy pushed him in the back.
Yeah.
There was, 35 seconds left. He went back and, tried to kick one in the middle. And Darcy, who's 11 metres long, smothered it. Got turned over. Came back in the middle. Norton kicks one from the boundary. We end up going into halftime 2 goals down. And then from there, it was an arm wrestle for a bit, and they just overpowered us. Sam Darcy got Toby pinked in the first half. Will Dawson, everyone looked up. He didn't touch, really, go near it.
But then,
and then he kicked 4.
Yeah,
he ended the game with 4 goals, 2 and 12 touches, and 6 marks. And we're thinking, I thought for the better part of 3 quarters, we killed him, and he still kicked 4.
You're thinking they're going to get the 10 votes in the Jack Buckley,
and all of a sudden,
straight in.
All of a sudden, he's gone out and had
holding him goalless.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's gone out and kicked 4 goals. So that was really disappointing. But
just watching him, you're looking at him and you're going, mate,
how
do you defend that?
How do you stop that guy?
You missed Charlie Comben, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
We
missed Charlie Comben.
How do you stop that guy was my question. But the other thing...
Mate, I watched him walk into a pack, just hands up, and then one of the North Melbourne boys would just jumped as high as he could.
Yep.
Didn't even come up to his elbows.
Nowhere near it.
That's weird.
He's a big man. Now, what was exciting was the fight that we showed early, but I also think now that the Bulldogs are the real deal. No one can score in the competition quicker than them.
Yeah, and just to beat North Melbourne the way that they did.
The best team in the competition.
The best team in the competition by a decent way.
I think by a fair bit.
Yeah.
To beat us the way that they did was so impressive, but they are the real deal. I'm chips in on the Bulldogs. I think they're going to be really, really hard to beat.
Are you thinking top 4?
I don't think it's necessarily locked for top 4, but I don't think they're going to be... I would not want to play them in finals. I think they're going to... Because if you think about... Aaron Norton played his best game for the year. If him and Darcy can both be playing well, who is going to stop both of them? No one's got 2 tall defenders that are that good. Brisbane did, but then Payne hurt himself. But no one else does.
No.
No one else has got that to combat the 2 of those big boys. And no one's yet had an answer for Sam Darcy. So,
Bont looked good.
Bont looked great. Fraser had a bit of a down day, but Ed Richards is a star. Libba's a gun.
Really good. Libba's really good.
Their backline is solid as a rock. So, look, it's going to be really hard, I think, to pick a team that's got more weapons than the Bulldogs. Their firepower is unbelievable.
Okay. Yeah, but the Bulldogs aren't great against top.
No, they're not.
Top 8 teams.
But I'm thinking now that they're going to get on a roll.
Other than the Boners.
Best team in the comp.
Yeah.
But I've just got this thing that they're... anyway, I think they're really good. But
think they're going to go on a roll?
I do.
I'm big on Freo.
Yeah, so am I. I'm hot.
They're looking really good.
All in on Fremantle.
But in saying that, every time I'm big on Freo, they
lose.
Shit the bed, and I feel like an idiot. So
it's a big game for them this week. Now, I think we should just, if we can actually, let's just quickly hit this. Let's change.
You've got the touch.
I'm not going to sing it tonight because I'm a little bit upset.
You've got the power. I'll sing it. I think the Eagles are going to get up tonight.
I don't. At all. I don't think that in the slightest. What I do think, however, is that we hit last week.
Yeah, it was big.
We hit last week, so well done to
big.
us. Yeah, shout out us. Well done. Shout out TABtouch. Gamble responsibly, obviously.
Tell you what, we deserved one. We've given TABtouch a fair bit of money.
We've given TABtouch a little bit of cash.
A little bit too much.
So if I just...
Good to take one back.
If I scroll back... Okay, let's think about this for a second. While
Are we going to live build a multi?
Yeah, no, so I'm just... Is that still red?
Oh, yeah.
So
Sorry,
I'm just looking back to last week. So we had overs 171.5. Tick. That was over at three-quarter time.
Yeah.
We had Sam Darcy to kick at least 3 goals. He kicked 3 by halftime. Done. Marcus Bontempelli to kick a goal. Kicked it like 5 minutes into the third. Tick.
Yeah, tick.
We had the Western Bulldogs to win the game. So that was the back and forth. Ended up getting there. So that was nice. That was one that we just said, hey, TABtouch, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
There's some free cash.
Thanks.
I did warn everybody. Now, today, so they didn't actually get it up in time. I messaged them that at like midday and they forgot to do it. And anyway, so only those who listened could get on.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do the same thing this time. I have been busy today and forgot to do a multi. So I did it in the car out the front.
Oh.
So we are going to be cooking with gas. We've
Thought
got
we
2
might have been
games
live
tonight.
building a multi here.
We got 2 games tonight.
Go on.
The first game is Collingwood versus Carlton.
Okay.
Collingwood are going to obliterate them, I think. Carlton are so shit. We thought last week, after the week that they'd had, after all this massive noise, outside noise about the Carlton Football Club, that they had to bounce back against Port Adelaide.
Yep.
Everyone thought that, and they were down by like 100 points at halftime. I don't think tonight is going to be any different against the Collingwood Football Club, the best team in the competition. The line is only 27.5 points. That's 5 goals. That is that is not a lot. The weather in Melbourne right now is cold and not raining. It's just a bit chilly.
A little bit chilly.
Like Carlton,
You can't.
Carlton suck.
Yeah, they're
Collingwood
so bad.
are the best.
Yeah.
So I just you look at last week. So 27.5 is the line. You look at the game against Collingwood versus West Coast last week. West Coast struggled. Collingwood struggled.
Yes, they did.
All game with motivation, couldn't really be bothered. And then for one quarter, they just said, let's flick into gear. They won by 29 points. If they do that again against Carlton tonight, they'll still cover that line. Yep. The line's 27.5. Collingwood will cover that easy. So put that in there.
Yep. Lock that in.
I think Tim Membry's going to kick a couple tonight.
Yeah.
So he's not their go-to guy. Myercheck is their key forward leading out of the square. So I think he'll get Wiedering. Is Wiedering even playing? Fuck, I don't know.
That's a good question.
So, and then Jamie Elliott might get a bit of attention. I think Tim Membry's going to go underrated, and he's going to sort of cruise under the radar.
He has been kicking a few goals. I think in each game.
I think he's going to find his way to 2. And I think there's one man out there that he's untaggable. And I think he's the best player in the competition, and his name is Nick Dacos. And I think he's going to get 30 disposals of the football tonight.
You know what's weird? I think he plays better under a tag.
Well, he's still... Who's going to tag him? Chincotta's not playing.
No.
Adam Chera's not going to go with him. George Hewitt's not going to run with him. Who is going to go with Nick Dacos? No one is the answer.
Jacob Wiedering is playing.
Yeah, but they might... anyway, I don't think anyone's going to be able to go with Nick Dacos tonight. I don't think anyone is. I think they're going to let him run around and do what he wants. If that's the case, there is no way he won't get 30.
No, he has to get 30.
If he's left to his own devices, he'll get 30.
Yep.
If he has a tag, he still might get 30. So I think he's going to have 30. So my multi for tonight's game, Carlton at the line, Tim Membry to score at least 2 goals, Nick Dacos for 30.
Yeah, I don't think Carlton can tag.
No, they can't.
Can tag Nick Dacos. Just they don't have
the.
If they lose a player out of their midfield,
they're shit.
Their midfield just sucks. So they need to have all of it.
So that's obviously free money.
That's a lock.
Jump on there. You're going to have to build that yourself because I haven't sent that through. So you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to build that yourself.
We should send that through.
It's 4:40. Do you reckon they'll get it up in time?
Yeah, they just messaged through.
Okay, let me just send this to. Hang on a minute.
Send that through. By the time this podcast is over, that'll be up. That'll be up.
All right, let me just quickly do that.
That's a guarantee. That's a lock.
I'm going to send.
I think there's a lot of outs for Carlton. Lot of outs. So Jordan Boyd, Adam Sard, Jack Silvani, Chincotta's out, and then Billy Wilson and Lewis Young. They've got a very fresh young team here, new team.
Yeah, and they're going to lose.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
So
We've seen exactly what Collingwood does to those.
So I've just
those
sent
teams,
in to the
not good.
specials at TABtouch. I've sent in 2 multis. One that we've just mentioned and one that we will talk about right now. Sorry, boys, talking about these live on the pod. Can we put these up? They'll be up there. So what you need to do is if you're listening to this live, they won't be up. So go and build that multi yourself. But if you go in and if you listen to this in 30 minutes, it'll be it'll be in the game. Download the app, get on there, click the specials. Trending now will be Hammers Happy Hour same game multi if they get up in time, and you'll be able to find it there. But if not, just put this together.
I'll let you know when they go live.
Yeah, put these together. Collingwood 27.5. Tim Membry at least 2 goals. Nick Dacos for at least 30. So what I would actually do is I would wait, because if they do get put up, they might get one of those.
A little boost.
So I'd just be waiting. So that's one. That's game 1. But the good thing about tonight, Jaiden, there's 2 games of football.
Yeah, there is 2 games of
I
football.
think the AFL have fixtured this one really well, because
big game of Friday night footy.
they've got a massive game of Friday night football in Carlton Collingwood, two of the biggest Melbourne teams in the comp, but they know it's going to be over at halftime.
Yeah.
So at halftime, everyone can flick over to the GWS West Coast game.
Which will be a great game.
It'll be a great game.
Oh, ball terror.
You think West Coast is going to win?
Yep.
I'm not so sure.
I've tipped them. I think just after they've been looking better and better and better each game they've played. What they did against Collingwood last week for the first half, and then third quarter they lost it a bit. But just coming back in the second quarter against Collingwood, I thought really good signs. And I think GWS are missing a couple of their players. Sam Taylor's a big out.
Massive out.
Jesse Hogan is a big out.
Massive out. They're both live now. Wow. There you go.
Yeah,
they're both live. So now you can go on. You can download the TABtouch app. You can go to the games. You can go trending bets. You can go Hammers Happy Hour same game multi, and you may or may not get a little boost in there.
Yeah.
So there's that. Now,
yeah.
The next game, GWS West Coast. I think GWS will win the game.
I think you're probably right. I'm just hopeful.
Yeah. So I don't mind that. I don't mind being hopeful, but I'm being a realist. I think the Giants will win the game. Not only are they the better team on the whole, but they've got Jack Buckley in their team. So they're not going to be scored against very easily.
No.
You want to know what's hard to do?
Jack
Actually,
Buckley.
yeah. You know what's hard to do with Jack Buckley in the team? Score
goals.
Score goals. So
Or points.
Or points for that matter. So what I'm thinking is it's going to be a pretty low scoring encounter.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Optus Stadium's probably still slippery and a bit wet and not great. The skills on both sides,
not great.
Not great.
What have we got them at the line? At the
167.5 is the line.
Ooh.
That's 80.
Yeah, that's under.
Like 80 points.
That's under.
Exactly. 84 points per team. I think that's under.
Yep.
So I've gone the unders for 167.5.
Okay, I like that. That's a good start.
167.5 points under.
Yep.
I've then got Aaron Cadman to kick at least 2. No Jesse Hogan. He's going to be the guy down there. He's playing on Harry Edwards, who had a great game last week, but I still think Aaron Cadman can bob up and kick 2.
Darcy Jones, Toby Green.
Yeah, but I still think Aaron Cadman's going to be their
I would agree
key,
with that. I would agree.
And I think he's going to bob up and kick 2. So there's that.
Lock it in.
And then I think Finn Callahan's back, and he's going to run amok.
Oh, if he doesn't get at least 30.
Well, we don't need him to do that. Because I've got him for at least 25.
Oh, that's a lot.
So I think with Finn Callahan, he dominated last time they played West Coast.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's going to get a run with. I think it's just going to be a bit of like, let's get the numbers going. Let's get back into form. I've had a bit of an injury. I'm back now. Let's really tick him over.
Yep.
And I think
get a nice, easy 25.
Just get a nice, easy 25.
Easy 25.
You don't need to get 26.
You don't need to get 26.
You don't need to get 30. You just have to have 25. So
just don't get 24.
Let's recap that. We've got Greater Western Sydney Giants to win the game. We've got the total game score to be under 167.5. We've got Aaron Cadman to kick at least 2 goals. And we've got Finn Callahan for at least 25 disposals. Jump on the TABtouch app. So you've got to download that first. It's a purple app. It looks like this. Go in the App Store, type in TABtouch. What you'll do is you'll download that app. If you haven't made an account, super simple, make one. If you do have an account, log in. You then go to sports. You go to whichever game you would like to place your bet first, do that. In the game, it will say trending bets. I'm actually doing that right now while we're live. So we've downloaded the app. Yep, brilliant. We go to the TABtouch. Homepage, okay. You go to sports. You click sports. You click Carlton Collingwood. You go trending bets. It all of a sudden says Hammers Happy Hour same game multi. And you're just away.
You're just there.
It's as simple as that.
You're done.
So it's obviously, we say that it's free money. Last week we won, so it was free.
Last week was free money.
And I feel like this week with the 2-for-1 special, we can make it free twice.
2 lots of free money, and some people will say the math doesn't work there. But I think
I think
I think if you're a mathematics student, you
I
would
think that adds up.
Yeah,
but obviously gamble responsibly. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelp.org. Gambleshelponline.org.au.
Gambling help.
Gamblinghelponline.org.au. I'll get it right one day.
You've got the touch.
I haven't got that right once.
No, you've got it right. You got it right once.
Anyway, that's enough.
Once.
That's free. Go and do it.
Anyway, Hammer in other news. If you just ask me what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, what are you doing right now?
No, I'm just having a quick look through some
Golf Australia.
Golf mags. Yeah, just having a quick look at some golf mags.
What about them? What's in there?
Just some golfing news, mate. Some golfing news. Swing of it.
Yeah, did you see that?
Going very well. What's going on there?
Did you see that in the Golfers Digest?
I did.
Australia's number one story.
I can't show you because I'm not actually legally allowed to show you the page. But
It's the number one. It's the number one story out of Australian golf at the moment.
Yeah,
is the swing of it has just dropped some merch.
It's big. It's right here.
Is it?
Yeah, no.
Sorry, you're actually looking at it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at it here in Golf Digest.
Yeah, it's we've just dropped it. Well, obviously we haven't dropped it yet. We've dropped an expression of interest, which is blown up.
Oh, blown up.
But if you are interested in golf and you do not follow the swing of it at the moment, go and do that. Listen in. But also, we're doing some golf merch. We are going to get some golf polos. We've got 2 designs out there with an expression of interest, and already it's gone. We're going to order them. Like, we already order them now.
We genuinely might be nearing
1,000. Yeah, we literally
orders.
have about maybe close if not over 1,000.
Yeah.
So there's that. Go and have a look at that. It's just doing some things. It is just doing some things.
It really is. And speaking of merch, we've got some merch on BackChat.
On BackChat too.
We got an eagle kicking not an eagle.
Yeah.
It
looks like a bird of a hawk, is it?
Yeah, I think
it's a yellow and blue hawk.
Kicking a gridiron ball.
Yeah, it's a yellow and blue hawk punting a gridiron ball. There's that, and then there is a purpley grey.
It's like a dock worker.
Yeah, like maybe a longshoreman.
Yeah,
holding a like a metal umbrella sort of thing.
An IUD. You said
an IUD. The female contraception thing. So there's 2 of them. There's a purple longshoreman holding a metal umbrella.
Yep.
And then there is a
non-denominational bird. According to
I reckon it's just a blue and yellow hawk.
It really,
It's up to your discretion. It's a bird of prey. That's a nice colour. So go and find that at the merch at BackChat.
Not a bird of Tokyo.
Certainly not the birds of Tokyo because they're not flying high anymore. No. Anyway, you can go and do that. But in other news, there's merch everywhere. There's Swing of It merch. There's BackChat merch. Get yourself merched out.
A lot going on.
Sorry.
So,
just before you
what
keep
have you got
going,
there, mate?
Just before you keep going, Fongy has walked in just before he left. He walked out and said, "Hammer, if you want something to chat about on the pod, I've got this." So I don't know if you can. Where's that? That looks like a palm. That's a hand for anyone listening.
It's a palm.
He had that just on his car, and he said, "Oh, I just had this on my car when I walked outside." Psychic, clairvoyant, spiritual healer, Professor Jamal. Experienced, born, gifted psychic and clairvoyant. Can help you solve any problems in your life through occult science.
Is there a phone number there?
There is at the end.
Can we call it?
We can. There is no life without problems and no problems without solutions. From love-related situation to family issues or negativity, black magic issues or court cases, etc.
Court cases?
I can provide reading and tell you more about your life aspects, specialized in sentimental issues such as marital crisis, return of loved ones, affective problems, stop divorce. I can help you overcome any negativity or black magic and offers protection against evil forces and jealousy. I can help you about any unknown disease, infertility and sexual problems, help in business success path, finances, and gambling. We don't need any help with that because we want some free money. You can see me for any other issues. Don't suffer in silence. Seek help from Mr. Jamal.
Okay, can we call him?
Results 100% guaranteed within days.
Can we call him and ask him how he thinks our multi's going to go?
Call this number or fansamanajabi@gmail.com. www. Let's go to his website. Can you pull his website up?
Yep.
Can we get?
What do we go?
www.psychicjamalperth.com. Let's see what we're working with here before we decide to call Jamal or not. It's funny because he calls himself Professor Jamal at the top and then he calls himself Mr. Jamal down the bottom.
So which one is it?
I don't know. let's bring it up. What are we looking at here? At
All right.
psychicjamalperth.com.
Getting it up. It's loading.
Oh, wow. So there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
So we can call Jamal.
Hang
I
on.
like these. These are the bits that I like.
Here we go.
Stuck or unlucky, free from magic, marital problems. Can you zoom out on that so I can see the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm just getting that.
Ex-love back. Can get a consult from Master Jamal. He's a master now.
He's a master. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Clairvoyant psychic master Jamal. Is your marriage falling apart? Don't let marriage problem break your astrology. Help is here. Master Jamal. What else does he offer? So our top services. Can we click Jamal's top services?
Psychic reading, husband-wife problems, get ex-love back, a lot of relationship problems going on up here. Palm reading, negative energy removal, evil spirit removal, spiritual healing, and horoscope readings.
So
what are you?
There is a number up there. So if anyone does want to spam call Jamal, it's right there. Now, do you remember when it was probably a year, maybe 2 years ago, I thought I had a ghost in my house?
Yes.
And we tried to get a clairvoyant on to like see if I had a spirit following me around.
Yes.
And they didn't say anything.
Yep.
I'm going to put my phone on private, mobile. How do I do this? Mobile. So how do I do that? Is there a way to put my number? I don't want to change that. How do I put?
Quickly, while you're figuring that out, in the chat, Nick Westall.
Is Nick listening?
Nick Westall, currently on a plane to Doha, drinking a tiger and using the free Wi-Fi to watch my old mates.
Yeah, nice.
Miss you, Nick.
Miss you too, Nick.
Oh,
Remember that
mate.
quiz you did for us?
Yeah.
It was the hardest quiz ever. Nick did a quiz for us ages ago, and he was like, he put this thing on, and it was like, because I like football and I know a few things, but he was just like, the first question was like, who came fourth in the 1994 Coleman medal? It's like, what the fuck? I wasn't even born. Okay, to put your iPhone on private, meaning to hide your caller ID, you can either adjust or set a prefix before dialing a number. Well, I don't want to do that. Open settings app on your phone. Here we go.
Nick reckons he knows you're about to call. Should know.
He definitely should know. Scroll down and tap iPhone. Sorry. So open settings app, scroll down and tap phone.
Have you talked to a psychic before?
Never in my life.
Not once.
No.
No, Rachel was in here before and said
fuck is
she
phone?
was looking at doing a psychic call.
What for, Rach?
I don't know.
Show my caller ID? Where the fuck am I doing this? This is so difficult to figure out. Oh, here we go. Actually, if I just type in my caller ID. Here we go.
There you go.
My caller ID. Show my caller ID. Off. Righto, here we go.
All right.
I'm going to call Jamal. Oh, sorry. I've dropped him.
Oh, you've dropped Jamal?
He would know that, though.
He would know that you've dropped him. Call him and tell him, hey, mate, you've been expecting me.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
Oh, call failed. Instantly. Won't even let me call it.
He's blocked you already.
0416 092 562. Here we go.
6 1
Oh.
4 1 6.
Jamal, come
I'm
on.
going to try that one more time.
Do it again.
6
Oh, that's bullshit.
It's bullshit, Jamal.
Well, I think I tell you why. I think I know what the issue is. He would have definitely known that we were going to prank him.
Yeah, he knew we were going to do that.
He knew we were going to prank him.
He actually could be a real psychic.
I think he could be.
Because that's...
We should actually get a psychic in here one day.
I agree.
I think it'd be so
I
funny.
think so. Should I just Google psychic and you can give him a call?
Nah, well, like I think we should get a psychic to have a. The thing
In
is,
here.
because
Do a
they
little
know
palm reading.
we're taking the piss out of them,
Yeah.
and I don't think they would want to come on and be made fun of.
Do you think we need to sit down with a psychic who knows we're going to take the piss out of another psychic to train us to project non-taking the piss energy to the other psychic?
Yeah, like, hey,
We
I
should
know you're real, but
Yeah,
this
you're
guy
a good
isn't.
psychic,
Jamal's
but this
fake.
guy's not.
Jamal's fake.
We're trying to prank this guy.
So what I don't understand about people who go to psychics is it's like they'll get there, they'll walk out and be like, I can't believe they knew all this stuff about me. Well, what did you tell them? I told them nothing.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really tell them
What did you
nothing?
tell him? You
What
didn't
did you
tell him
say?
nothing.
You obviously told them things. Did you book under your name? Did you book? No, I didn't. Well, did you? How did you?
Or can they Google you?
Can they Google you? Did
Yeah,
they use
your
it? Did
Instagram
you use an
account, your
email account?
Facebook,
Did you
like-
use like? Honestly, it's
Your
like
LinkedIn?
it's not like you. If you rock up to a psychic,
Out of the
don't
blue,
say anything.
Don't book in.
Don't book in and just sit there and say nothing to them. They will have nothing for you.
Absolutely nothing.
But
But
yeah.
in saying that, if they
in
go...
saying that,
um,
Hamish, I know you're a massive North Melbourne fan. What? Sorry, what?
what?
That would be impressive.
Yeah.
But what I would, I've had a few conversations.
While you're wearing your North shirt.
Yeah, I've had a few conversations with people who are into it, and it's like I can't fathom it for the life of me how you can go and sit in front of someone and just like
And hear absolute garbage and go, no.
yeah.
How did you...
like
No, because they'll
this
say
one?
shit like, oh, you're the love of your life is going to begin with the letter L, so now you're looking
for
people
letter L,
that,
or
like,
they'll
fucking-
do one like this where it's like I can sense that there is someone's trying to talk to you from beyond. It's like. Oh, okay. So what? You see a 25-year-old person. Obviously, someone's died in their life.
Yeah,
they're not going to get.
obvi-
They're not going
Mate.
to get this whole way through and have never experienced
25
death.
years never experienced
Whether it's a
one
dog,
death.
a family member, a friend, anything, they're not going to just be like, no one is.
Nah, no one wants
And-
to talk
yeah,
to you.
no
Sorry,
one wants to.
mate.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Can you imagine going into a psyche and it's just... No
Yeah.
one wants to talk to you, mate.
Oh, fuck, this is awkward.
absolutely
But like
nothing.
the same thing. Oh, you're going to find your dream job in the next 5 years. It's like, okay, well.
Oh, great. Well, now I'm looking for it.
Well, and also, if in 5 years' time I haven't found my dream job, you've already got my money.
It's too late.
It's too late. The psychic's already sitting there being like, wicked. The
Mate, if
psychic,
a psychic-
never says anything that's going to precisely happen in the next hour or two.
No.
It's always a pipe dream for 10 years
You're
down
going to
the
get
line.
into the worst car accident of your life in the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm never driving. I'm not driving
I'm
for
not
the next
driving
3
for
hours.
the
I'm
next
sorry.
3
Yeah,
hours.
so you're wrong.
You're going to experience great travel. You're going to experience the cultures of the world. Okay, thanks, mate.
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
me.
ordering Indian tonight, so
Yeah.
that's...
Unbelievable. So, anyway, if anyone is a psychic and he's listening,
and he's a real psychic.
If anyone in YouTube chat goes to clairvoyance or has seen, had a palm reading, done their tarot
Knows a
cards,
psychic.
knows a psychic, I'd love to
Oh,
get
really?
in touch.
Yeah.
Or even tell us some experiences that have. I'd like you to come on, or you to just message in what your experience was, and I will try my best to tell you how the psychic did it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
that'd
that'd be good.
I think we'd find a way to really get behind it. Anyway, that's enough about that.
Tim Cowell suggests getting one psychic on the phone to another psychic.
Oh, yeah, I saw that actually today. 2 Chinese restaurants. One ordered it, rang the
called
other one
me.
up. Yeah, it was fucking funny.
Oh,
Get another psychic on to talk to another psychic.
That'd
that
be
would,
really good.
Well, that would just be boring because they'd be sitting there
just predicting what the other one's going to say.
talking to each other's mind.
Hello.
Now, that's
What
very funny.
what
Oh, that's
I would
funny.
like to do, and this is phone related, and this is just off what we've been talking about in the office here. How accurately do you think you'd be able to guess how someone would answer the phone if you call them from your phone?
Yeah, very accurately.
Very accurately.
Very
Like if
accurately.
we say,
Depends on,
who would we be able to call from your phone?
well, it's Joel's birthday today. Fuck you, Joel.
Great.
I
Fuck you, Joel.
I have spoken to him already today, but if I was to call him, he would pick up the phone by saying, Misha, me boy. That's how he would pick it up.
Misha, me boy.
Yep. So I call him Yoja, and he calls me Misha, and he would say, Misha, me boy. That's how he's going to pick up the phone. Let's do it.
Okay.
Or something of that. I hope he picks up.
Oh, jeez, it'd be rude if he didn't. Could be at a psychic.
He could be at a side. He could be the clairvoyant. I think that's what he's doing.
You've called.
Fuck you, Joel.
Terrible.
Anyway, but yeah, no, that's exactly how he would pick it up. Who else would I know how they were going to pick it up?
How do you think Sky would answer the phone?
Hello, mate. I think he'd say, hello, mate. That's how he would answer it.
Bruds.
Nah, I reckon he would say, hello, mate. But in a nice and formal.
Yeah, like a...
If I call
hello,
him now,
mate.
though, he'll know
He'll
that
know
we're
it.
doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah, he'll know what's
we're
going
doing
on.
the podcast. Who else would I know how they're going to answer?
Have a scroll. Have a scroll on your phone. Don't look at it. Just have a scroll up and down.
Yep.
Whoever we land on.
Yep.
You got to guess.
Well, I haven't spoken to that bloke in... I don't even think... I don't... Yeah, no, that's...
What's the one above him?
I don't know who that is. Who the fuck is Riley Moore?
Sorry, Riley.
I don't know that person at all. Or Mick Moore, for that matter.
You'd have to.
Who the fuck? Mick. This is a horrible... this podcast is going...
Terrible
Who
segment.
the hell?
Who the fuck's Mick?
A political economist.
Okay.
Can't be. Anyway.
All right, let's pick an East Perth team, mate.
Yep.
Let's go.
If I called
let's go
Kai-
Schumacher.
No, he's
No?
not. He doesn't
He's-
play there anymore. If I called Kai Wilcox,
Yep,
he would
go.
pick up the phone and say, "Oh, hey, Haim." That's how he'll pick up. Hey, Haim.
All right, do it.
If he picks up.
Oh, hey, Haim.
Oh, hey, Kay. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. We're just I'm just doing the podcast and we're playing a game where you have to pick someone in your phone who you know how they're going to answer it. And I said if I call Silk, I bet you he'll pick up and say, "Oh, hey, Haim," and you did.
This is what happened last time too.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. What are you doing? You going to Rec Lab?
Yeah, Rec Lab. We're just pulling up now.
Yeah, nice. It's always good to get recovered.
Yeah, you have to. It's important to get your recovery.
Yeah, and then obviously sleep because you'll sleep so well tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait to finally sleep.
Yeah. All right. See ya. Oh, see, that's win.
That's good.
I knew
That's
that
a
was
win.
gonna
That's a
happen.
good- that's
I
a
knew
good
it was going to
win.
be all high.
Yeah.
That was fun. It
That's
good. Wasn't fun until we got
It was
to that
fun
bit.
when we did that. Yeah. once
Yeah,
we got to that
I,
little bit. Yeah, it was good.
Speaking of fun, I'm about to not have fun. I haven't told you I was going to do this because again, I like seeing your reaction to things when I do a hammer ranks of unsuspecting things. So hit
Okay,
it.
here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And now on the BackChat podcast, Hammer Ranks.
So
Quickly, how would Angus answer the phone?
uh,
It's coming from a YouTube comment.
he would probably call. He'd pick up the phone and he'd say Lambos.
Lambos.
Or Misha.
Okay.
Misha Lambos or just Lambos. That's probably in fact that's exactly how he would answer the phone. Now I've just something happened to me about maybe 2 days ago that literally I was like, God, this is so annoying. Top 5 ways to ruin your day.
Ooh.
Now,
okay.
it's like there are some things that really ruin a day. Like I'm talking getting into a car crash. That's going to be
Yeah, that's bad.
above and beyond this list. So
Yeah.
this list isn't going to go into that sort of... These are minor to mild inconveniences that will really just like
Yeah, set your mood off.
set your mood off, ruin
Yeah.
a day, just piss you off. Enough to just be like, oh, come on. I didn't need that. You know what I mean? Not fatal stuff. My dog died. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Like, that's
well-
a day ruiner. That's
yeah,
going to ruin a
day
week.
ruiner. You
So-
go to a psychic and they
Yeah,
say
you
that
have to
your
go to a
dog's gonna
clairvoyant
die.
for
Well,
that sort
then,
of
yeah, okay.
So I've got 5 of these. Now, I want to see your reaction because this first one happened to me last week. The third one happened to me. It's happened to me so many times. The second one that I'm about to say happened to me 3 days ago. But this first one, something happened about a week ago that really pissed me off. TV show spoiler.
Oh,
Like you're in the-
no.
That it's like that's a day ruiner because here's the reason. So I was watching Department Q the other day, and
Yeah, yeah.
Rach has just like was 3 episodes in front of me and was texting me about it, and
She was testing you about it.
well, because she was like, "What do
Have
you
you
think's
seen
going to
this?
happen?" I think this
Oh.
guy, and I was, but then she goes,
No.
"Oh, I think I'm a bit in front of you." Yeah, you are.
No shit.
So it like because the thing
Nah.
about a TV show when you're right in the thick of it, it's every night or every second night you get home, you look forward to watching it. You need to know what happens next. You're waiting on. Genuinely, it's cliffhangers. And
It's
a good show. A
cliffhangers,
good
man.
show
These
has
episodes now are
cliffhangers.
cliffhangers.
A good
Everything,
show has
yes.
cliffhangers. So for someone to like, oh my God, did you see that? No, I didn't see that yet. I actually haven't seen that yet, and now I don't need to see it because you've ruined it.
Yeah,
So
and just
TV
for
show
context,
spoilers.
Department Q is a like detective show. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out what
You're trying
happened
to
at the
figure
end
out what
before- Yeah,
happens.
obviously.
And Rach just like jumped in 3 episodes ahead of me, being like, I think it's this person.
Nah, I hate
What?
that.
It
No.
didn't end up being that person, by the way. But
Sorry, if you're watching a popular TV show and you know other people are going to watch that because it's a popular TV show, but they haven't seen it, like shut up.
Or
Don't talk.
if you want to have a chat with someone about it, be like, hey, where are you at?
Yeah, where are you at
You
on
have
it?
to preface
Yeah, yeah,
every
yeah.
conversation. Are you
Where
watching
you
this?
at?
Yeah, where are you
Have
at with it?
seen this?
Yeah, have you seen it? Where are you
Yes.
at? Because the TV show spoiler just shits me to tears.
It's
it happened to
so
me
bad.
last week with Rach, and I was flat as.
Yeah. But and on top of that, like it's amazing to talk about a TV show, with another person who's like at the same
Oh,
level as you.
nothing-
That's
nothing
elite.
better.
There's nothing better than that. Like you're giving theories like Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
what do you
whatever. Like,
Game of
mate,
Thrones.
what do you think about that, mate?
I had a group of mates that we would watch Game of Thrones so when we were at uni together, we always made sure that we had Mondays off.
Yeah.
Or we had lectures that we could watch later, so that we could go to someone's house. We just rotated every Monday, and it was like Game of Thrones. It comes out on Monday at HBO at 11 o'clock, and we were all there watching. And then you could speculate for the next week because you all know you've seen it.
Yeah, no, and that's fine.
There's no spoilers
That's
there
fine.
because you're all
in a
in it
group.
together.
You're fine. It's all good. You cannot just come out of the blue and say, "Hey,
what do you think about
think
this?
this happens?" No.
Anyway, that probably should have been higher now that I've seen
No,
this.
that's, you know what? You've rattled me up here.
Yeah, that's a real
You've ruined
day.
my
That's a day
Yeah,
ruiner.
it's a day
Yeah.
ruiner.
Well, I didn't even spoil it. Number
Go
2.
on.
So that's number 1. Wow, I probably should rethink this. But anyway, I'm just going off the top. Number 2, burning
Wait,
your mouth
number
on
4 or number 2?
Sorry, number 4. So that was number 5. This is number 4. Burning your mouth on hot coffee in the morning. If you have a coffee or a tea that's just too hot and you have the first sip, it just ruins the day.
Yep.
Because then you can no longer taste anything properly for the day.
Yeah, but you can feel your tongue.
You can feel your tongue.
You can feel your tongue.
You can feel the roof of your mouth, and it's like, oh my god! And if it happens with the first sip of a coffee, it's like it's 8 o'clock, it's whatever, and it's too hot, and you're like, oh fuck that! But oh no,
Yeah, that's
my
bad.
lunch. I had such a nice lunch ready to go, and now it's just. I may as well eat
Yeah,
just
it's
broccoli.
completely ruined.
I may as well just eat broccoli, knowing that that's healthy because I can't taste anything anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't actually matter.
And and then it starts. If you really go over the top and burn it, it like starts to blister a little bit. It's just not fun.
Yeah, but that first sip that you take, that burns your mouth, ruins the rest of your coffee
And your day.
and your day.
And your day of eating.
Oh, mate.
So that's
horrible.
and it actually, it's not only really annoying, but it does ruin that day because you can't have the enjoyment of food for the rest of the day. So that's
Yep.
a piss. that
I'd
shits
still
me.
put spoilers above
Yeah,
that.
and spoilers is annoying.
Just going to read out a quick Nick Westall. When I was 9, a guy named Brenton Bush once told me the ending of Harry Potter 4 2 days after the book came out. Still seething. As you should be. That is a joke.
Oh.
Brenton.
The ending of Harry Potter 4 is like
Goblet of Fire for those who
for those who aren't Harry
don't know
Potter
the
fans.
numbers.
But okay, spoiler alert.
No.
Anyone who hasn't seen Harry Potter or hasn't read the books, you're 20 years late. But,
Yeah,
but stop listening now. Just pause this. I'm going to go like this when you're ready to go.
Yeah, you know, we'll clap.
Yeah, spoilers. Okay, here we go. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. The end of Harry Potter 4 is Voldemort coming out of the goblet of just all the shit that Wormtail threw in there, and he's reborn as a person. It's like the biggest twist or the biggest part of Harry Potter.
Voldemort is back.
Like, that's literally it. The
spoiler.
Dark
That
Lord
is
has
the entire
returned.
spoiler, and that sets up the rest of the books.
Yeah, that literally sets it up.
Not only that, Mad Eye Moody.
Yeah, Mad Eye Moody's all of a sudden in there. And Cedric's dead. And it's like, oh my God, this has been building for four movies, and it's just like, bang, now we're into the dark stuff.
Yeah,
now we're
this
going
is
next.
proper dark.
People are dying. This is
Yeah.
getting intense. And to have that ruined as a 9-year-old, Nick, I know, no wonder you're seething. All right,
We're back.
we're back. Spoilers
We're
done.
back. Spoilers done.
Yeah, we're back. Harry Potter 4, what a great film. If you haven't watched
Great
it, go and
film.
watch them all.
Great book.
Great book. I would suggest reading and watching.
Yep.
Anyway,
All right, number 3.
number 3, having a long meeting that could just be an email.
Oh,
Oh, for anyone not like, I know there's some kids that listen to this.
mate.
Kids, like, I will have kids come up to me at the footy at my football all the time, being like, "Oh, we listen to Hammer's Happy Hour on the way down. I watched Hammer's Happy Hour last night." Guys, thanks, love it. You haven't got to this part yet. Let me put it to you this way: the kids that I'm talking to who have come up to me and said that, imagine this. Instead of at school, when you guys get lunch, you just have to sit down and think about lunch. Think about kicking the footy
For 30 minutes.
for 30 minutes. But
For
you
30
don't get
minutes.
to go out and kick the footy. You're just sitting there.
When someone could just write on a piece of paper,
Let's kick the
hey,
footy.
let's go kick a footy.
And it's like,
Oh,
what?
why aren't we doing that?
Why aren't we doing that? That's what having a meeting is that could be an email. You're sitting in there and like, because you know, if you're in that meeting and if your thought is this could be an email, then the meeting doesn't matter a lot to you. There are a few people in there that think this meeting needs to be a meeting. For them, that half an hour to an hour just flies by. If you're one of the other people who are like, this doesn't need to be a meeting, you're sitting there being like, I hate this. Get me out. I don't want to be here.
I will say, there's nothing like a good meeting where like you've got all this pent up stuff that gets sorted. 30 minutes of just
Yeah.
meeting. You're like, okay, here's what we're doing. Here's the game plan. Done. You don't think about it again. Good meetings.
A meeting can be a great way.
Absolutely.
It can be a great
Mate.
thing. And it can really, because like everyone comes together, everyone knows what the agenda is,
Yeah.
and it's just tick, 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 tick.
Yep.
But for the meetings that aren't, and you're sitting there being like, I know what this email could be, and I know I would just delete it anyway. They're the worst because you just can't do anything else. You're sitting there. It's
Why
like,
am I here?
and then every now and again, the person running the meeting throws it up to you. Oh, what do you think, Hamish?
I haven't even been
Just
listening.
say like the most generic thing ever. Yeah, actually, you know what?
Yeah,
I think
it
that's
looks good.
I agree. I think that's a really good perspective. Shut
Yeah.
up. That's what I honestly think. Shut up. So that's God. When I used to work at West Coast, I had that many of those meetings. And
Footy clubs would be bad for that. Like the big footy clubs would be
and
bad. for that.
council meetings too. Like
Council meetings.
we had to do some stuff with the town of Vic Park. All the meetings that we had with them, like there were some ones that were just very necessary meetings, but would skirt around the point for ages. It's like what we're trying to get is an important point, an important thing that needs to happen for the town, for the council, for the club, and it's just like, why are we doing that when we could just be there? Anyway, they're annoying. That's number 3. Number two thing that just ruins your day and just shits you to tears. Stubbing your little toe. Unsuspectingly.
Yeah, unsuspectingly
Catching your
doing
little
it.
toe on something like at the end of a bed, a table, a
bed.
chair, a couch. It's like you turn around and then you just...
Yeah.
It is just... It's not only is it immediately incredibly painful, it hurts a long time afterwards, but it just is such... You get so angry at what shouldn't... because it shouldn't hurt that much.
No,
It's
it shouldn't hurt that much.
It's
It's
just
a
a little
tiny
toe.
little-
It's a small toe. It shouldn't hurt, and you should be able to get over it, but it is just excruciating and so frustrating that you've just... I didn't need that.
Yeah, I didn't need that.
That's
because there's no reason. Because like a centimeter to the left,
Centimetre
or to
to
the
the
right,
left or to the right, I'm fine.
You're done. You're
And
good.
it doesn't bother me.
it doesn't bother me.
I don't need... That's the epitome of like, I don't need that.
I put that in the same category as hitting your head on things.
Oh my God.
When you whack your head.
And it's like, and you just have to try and play it cool. You have to try. It's like,
yeah, because all
you
you're
look like
doing
an
is
idiot. You look like an
You
idiot.
look
If
like a-
people
yeah,
see
you
you,
look
you look
spastic.
dumb.
Mm.
But it's just so annoying.
Yeah,
And
you look really silly.
it's
You look
really the epitome
silly.
of, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I don't need this. Number 1. Now this
This has got to be big.
is a day ruiner. You
Mm.
almost at this point, like if you're going out, if you're on the way to something and this happens, it's nearly a turnaround and go home. Going out and just accidentally, somehow, getting your socks wet. Nah. Accidentally
No.
stepping in a puddle.
I did that at footy training last night. I
Getting
almost turned around and went
your
home.
socks wet before
Yeah.
you need to do anything.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing a game of football and your socks are going to get wet because it's raining, that's fine.
That's fine.
If you're on the way to work and you step in a puddle and there's a little bit of your shoe that's like, and the water gets in and the socks get wet, oh my God.
Mate,
Go home.
I stepped out of the car last night, changing shoes, took one shoe off, about to put the other shoe on, put my foot just down onto what I thought was dry, wet.
Oh my God.
It was done.
Go home.
Yeah,
It is
I almost did.
so... It is, honestly, because what it is, you're just walking around and you know that it's wet. It
Yeah.
feels uncomfortable in whatever shoe you're wearing. It makes the sole of your shoe wet. It makes every second of that day uncomfortable. It is honestly a turn around and go home.
Yeah, it is.
Because there's no solution to it. You can't take your shoe and sock off and sit there with
can't
just
dry
bare
your
feet.
sock.
You can't dry the sock.
You're not raw dogging a shoe.
You're not raw dogging a shoe, and it is honestly, it is the worst.
Yeah,
You
also-
have to turn around and go home.
People out there who are raw dogging a shoe,
Don't raw
Stop.
dog a shoe. Stop
Stop.
raw dogging
Stop
shoes.
raw dogging
It
shoes.
stinks, firstly. It's disgusting, secondly.
it's-
And you look like an idiot.
you look like an
thirdly.
idiot.
Get a sock, but also make sure it's a dry sock. So that's for me my top 5 things that really just ruin a day.
Yeah, sorry. Spoilers need to be way higher.
Yeah. If I was
Spoilers
to,
need to be so much higher.
but like how much higher? Because I think wet socks is number 1 for me.
Spoilers are number 1 for me.
Really?
No, because wet socks ruin your day. Nick Westall's still thinking about Harry Potter 4. Spoilers ruin your life.
Spoilers can ruin your life.
Spoilers are number 1 for me, mate.
Spoilers can ruin a life. Yeah.
You know what?
Spoilers can ruin a life.
Another thing that ruins your
Yeah.
day. This should be in the top 5 is when you cut your nails and you cut them just too short.
Oh,
and
my God.
Like, especially toenails.
Yeah.
You cut them, and then there's like that little bit of blood starts appearing. You're like,
And there's that little bit of
I
exposed...
didn't do it.
There's that
I didn't do it that far.
There's also that little bit of exposed skin that is
Yeah,
going to
exactly.
take a week to grow back.
Yeah.
What
That's
about...
that's like a 3-day ruiner.
Is there anyone... What are people thinking on the chat for this? Because it's
how to
something...
get through an AFL meeting. Hello, Jake Waterman here.
Yeah, hello,
Yes,
Jake
very
Waterman here.
correct.
That's actually a great way to do it.
Going out and the phone isn't fully charged. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking.
Having 2 short fingernails has to be up there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, agree.
I agree.
I agree.
We had some feedback from the last one, pet peeves. Kate Lally wrote in, pet peeve, I hate public transport and only take it if going to the footy, but people that don't move down the bus to let people on.
Oh, mate.
That's pet peeves and ruin your day are pretty similar because
Move.
like that'll ruin my day.
Yeah,
If I'm standing on a bus and I'm like, just fucking off, get down the back.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
People
a
who
few things.
drive too slowly, that'll ruin
That'll
your
ruin
morning
your
at
day
least.
and is a pet peeve.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my hammer ranks for top 5. And look, sometimes the hammer ranks can be in any order, but they're just 5 things that really piss me right off and that ruin your day.
In some particular order,
In
but not
some
quite.
particular order. What do we got? We got anything else?
Rachel sent through a couple of messages, and for people who don't know Rachel, she's our executive assistant here, does elite work, and BackChat would not be
Rachel
what it
does
is without
everything.
her. Does
Rachel's
everything.
great, Rachel's funny, and Rachel's nice.
Exactly right. So she has,
Actually, clip that up. Go back on me. Rachel's great, Rachel's funny, Rachel's nice. Clip that up. She'll love that.
She'll love that. So she thought that we were short on content for today, which, we just come in and talk shit that we don't really plan.
We weren't. We were always locked in.
Always locked in. So she's been sending random
What do you
things
mean we were
through.
short on content? We were calling Jamal.
Calling Jamal. Mate, we had a hammer ranks.
Yeah, we had a hammer
Yeah,
ranks.
footy
We spent
chat.
5 minutes
Hey,
me
all
just
good.
trying to find friends
So
that I could
she's
call.
been sending random things through to me as we're going, just on Slack. So she sent through Jeff Bezos' wedding invite.
Yep. I didn't even know Jeff Bezos got married.
No, me neither. Just he had a 50 million. And then she said, at 4:20, Charlize Theron had sex with a 28-year-old.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Charlize Theron is, she is something in something. She is was she a Charlie's Angel maybe? No.
No,
She was-
you're thinking that because of Charlize.
She was
She
definitely...
was in Mad Max. She was
Yeah, she was in Mad
Furiosa.
Max. She was Furiosa. She was also in, I reckon, Fast and Furious something.
Fast and Furious 8.
Yeah.
She's in Hancock.
Yes, she's in Hancock. I know her. I know what she looks like.
Yeah. Should we get up a photo?
Yeah, well, she had sex with a 28-year-old.
Yeah. I'm 28.
Wow.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
No.
Gee, who?
No.
That's crazy. Good on her. Yeah, that's Charlize. What else is she in?
Jeez. Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, she's Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
She's boned a 28-year-old.
here's something. And
What else did she send you? The Jeff Bezos wedding. Good
Jeff
on her.
Bezos' wedding
$50
thing.
million is a lot to spend on a wedding.
Lot to spend on a wedding.
Heaps to spend on a
Mate,
wedding.
can you imagine spending $50 million on a
What? Hang on. How would you possibly spend $50 million on a wedding
venue?
venue?
Food?
So actually, Rach said a
People?
little bit about this before. He hired out half of Venice. That's probably going to run.
Oh
a
yeah,
bill.
she said
That'll
there
run
were
a bill up.
riots and shit.
Have it on a farm somewhere,
Hang on,
Jeff.
here you go. This is the wedding invite.
And that's the wedding invite.
Yeah.
We're excited for you to join us. We have one early request. Please, no gifts. That's fair enough. He's a multi-billionaire. Instead, we're making contributions in your honour and with your gratitude for making the journey to celebrate with us in Venice. Donations on your behalf are being made to the UNESCO Venice office to safeguard this city's irreplaceable cultural heritage, to Carilla to restore the vital lagoon habitats that protect Venice's future, and to Venice International University to support research and education for sustainable solutions. This magical place has gifted us unforgettable memories. Our hope is that through these efforts and by you joining us, Venice will continue to inspire wonder for generations to come. Now that is a shit-looking
Wedding invite.
for a bloke who spent $50 million on a wedding.
Yeah, he probably spent all his money on the venue and not the invites, which is, the other way that it should be,
Yeah.
I would say.
Do you even have friends at $50 billion? Like
$50 million?
No, but like when you're worth that much money, do you have mates?
Nah.
How can you have mates?
You wouldn't. That's why they all hang out together, mate, because they don't have actual
friends. Yeah, weird.
Because, like, when you have a mate, and I think this is what you're saying, when you have a mate, they're not after you for your money. They're not, like, hanging out with you because you're a bloody billionaire, millionaire, whatever. Like, you can trust them.
Jeff doesn't know.
explicitly.
Jeff
doesn't
can Jeff
have
trust?
that. No.
I feel bad for Jeff. Who can Jeff
I
trust?
don't feel bad for Jeff.
Who
But
can Jeff trust? Jeff can't trust anyone. My top 5 pet peeves: not being able to trust Jeff. That's one way to ruin your day.
Not trusting Jeff.
Not trusting Jeff. Poor Jeff.
Well,
Anyway.
Jeff can't. We can trust.
No,
Jeff.
I can trust Jeff, but can Jeff trust me? I reckon he can, but he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know.
He's
But
out
how
there
do-
thinking that Jeff
How do you
can't-
get Jeff's trust?
Jeff doesn't think he can trust me.
You know what we need to do? Take Jeff to a psychic and
Or
get the psychic.
that's
to
what
tell
I
him.
should ask the clairvoyant. How do I get Jeff Bezos to trust me? Because I know that I'm not after there for Jeff. I'm just after Jeff for Jeff. I've never met him.
I'm after Jeff for his money,
Yeah, see, that's where you and I differ. Because I think I would just...
but I would think I have a better chance of being mates with Jeff than you, who's in there just for trust.
Yeah, no.
Because he's used to people like me.
Yeah, but he's not...
He's not
He's
used
got
to
his
people
walls
like
up
you.
against people like me.
Yeah, exactly.
He does.
So
He's got his
not
walls
letting
up
you in.
against people that
He's
just
not
want...
letting you in. He's letting
I-
me in. I'm getting in there. I might
Yeah.
be best mates with Jeff Bezos by the end of this.
Yeah, but I feel like I could get in there with Jeff, but I've just got to break down his walls.
Yeah, I do. I buy some things from Amazon, so he probably knows my name.
What would I do to break down my walls with Jeff Bezos? Yeah, that's something I need to think about and really ponder.
How do you build trust at a footy club?
Sharing.
You
with
get
it.
on the oh yeah,
Get on
okay.
the beers,
get on the
sharing
beers
without
and
your
shower
jocks.
naked with each other. So we just need to figure out a way where you can get on the beers with Jeff and shower
shower with
naked
him.
with him.
Have a shower and have beers with Jeff Bezos.
I think
Could-
I think there's a
could be-
plan
I
there.
think there's a plan there.
I think
Yep,
there's something.
there is something there. Let's not rule out me being best friends with Jeff Bezos. At
Well,
some
let's
point.
not rule out me doing that.
Or that either,
before
yeah. We
you.
can't
Let's have a
rule out-
competition who can be best friends
Yeah.
with Jeff first.
We can't
Me or
rule
you.
out. We can't rule out both of us being friends with him.
Could be a
So,
trio.
Could be just the
A
three best
friend
friends.
trio.
The Wolf Pack.
I'd stab you in the back though, because I'm not
Yeah,
trustworthy.
because you're there for money.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
But you
would
wouldn't stab me in the back
You would
because-
never have to defend your back.
No.
And I would be so trusting that I wouldn't defend my back. I'd let you stab me because I'm so trusting.
You're so trusting. Jeff, are you getting this?
Jeff, where are you listening to
Do you
this?
see how trusting he is? He doesn't even have back
Stab me
protection.
in the back, Jeff.
He doesn't have back protection.
I'm not even
Jeff.
wearing a backpack, Jeff. You can stab me if
Jeff,
you wanted
can get
to.
right through
Jeff
there,
wouldn't
mate.
stab me though.
Jeff wouldn't. No, he would.
No, because Jeff. No, he wouldn't.
Who's saying Jeff's trustworthy? Why is Jeff trustworthy?
Nah, I just got a feeling that he's been hurt by people who don't trust. He doesn't. That's why he doesn't trust.
Yeah, but I think people who have been hurt the most are the ones that have got their guards up who don't trust.
Yeah, but I think it would just be lashing out. I think Jeff would be lashing out. I don't think he'd be doing it with any malicious intent to hurt
Do
me.
you think you could change Jeff?
I think I could. I think I could change
Do you
Jeff.
think you could change Jeff Bezos?
I think if me and Jeff really got to sit down and get to the nuts and bolts of it, we could figure out a way to just to calm him.
I think once you shower naked with someone,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
there's no walls.
Nah, it'd be tough to have walls.
Tough to have
Yeah.
walls after showering naked with someone.
Anyway, so me and Jeff Bezos are going to be best mates.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. At
Yeah,
some
you'll
point.
be there.
I'll be there.
And stabbing us in the back.
Stab-
Um,
I'll stab you. I won't stab
yeah,
Jeff
no,
in the back. He's
don't
got too
stab
much
Jeff.
money.
Yeah. What else we got? Feels
other
like
than Jeff.
other than Jeff, yeah.
I did have something for you.
Yep. What do you got for me before we wrap things up and watch the footy?
So
Has the footy started, by the way?
5:23.
Probably started like 3
I
minutes.
think
ago.
it has started. Yeah.
Has it?
Hang
Carlton 1 point up.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck. We might.
Pardon me.
Carlton 1 point up. Eagles have still got another hour. Get on that.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. Before we wrap things up, I have some exciting news for you. Tuesday in 4 days' time, or 5 days' time, or whatever.
Jeff Bezos is coming.
No, the East Perth Football Club is doing, at our training session, we are going to be doing community and junior jump around. So we just get to wear our community and our junior jumpers.
Yeah.
And I am a Piara Waters Falcon for the day, baby. I've got the long sleeves out. Falcons will be soaring. Falcons are flying Tuesday. I got the long sleeves. I might just wear my Toby Pink jumper.
There's a big, big sound in the west of the town. It's the sound of the Piara Waters Falcons.
Is that your song?
No,
It should
it's
be.
the Essendon song.
Oh, that's shit. I hate Essendon. But yeah, I'm going to be wearing that Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that.
What time on Tuesday?
5 o'clock. Sorry, maybe 5:30. It'll be after the swing of it. I'll be straight down to training,
Yep.
and I'll be whacking that on. So it's
that's
I
brilliant.
didn't play there ever, but I
there's
feel
potential.
like I'm an inaugural member without being inaugural. I'm a member.
I think we could work out for you to come down and play.
I'm a member of the Piara Waters Falcons.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Enjoy the footy. You've still
That's
got
it.
time to get on for the West Coast game if you're going there. Have
Yep.
fun. And you know what? If you know Jeff, tell him that he can trust me because I can trust him. And I won't let him down.
Yeah. Don't tell him anything about me. He
Yeah,
already
don't
knows.
listen to Jaiden.
He already
will-
knows about me.
Yeah, he knows about Jaiden.
All right.
All right, see ya.